Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. So today we have a huge treat for you. One of the channel followers and a friend, Angelo, is with us. He is in Punta Cana right now, and he is currently at Secrets Cap Cana. And he's going to be taking us on a little tour of the resort. And I'm laughing because he was here. There he is. Okay, he's back. All right. So I've kind of got him in behind the scenes right now. But we're going to bring him on. He's going to take us on a little tour of the beautiful Secrets Cap Cana. And he's also sent me a ton of photos. So we've got some photos of Secrets Cap Cana, as well as some pics of the brand new, well, newish Secrets tides. So we're going to share those with you. So let's go ahead and bring on Angelo. Hello,
How's it go?
Angelo. How are you?
How are we doing? How are we doing,
Good.
Christine?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
It looks like the weather's perked up a little bit.
Yeah, as you can see, it's a beautiful day here. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but after that, it's been quiet.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, it looks pretty amazing. I know Tammy, who's one of the regular followers on a Wednesday, she usually joins us on the show. She's traveling today, so she can't join us. So she'll be watching later, I'm sure. But she was really looking forward to seeing the resort, and it just looks gorgeous. How are you enjoying your stay?
It's been really nice here. I can't complain. I mean, the last week before this, we had a lot of intermittent weather on and off with rain and cloudiness, but it was like literally every other day. But, you know, we made the most of it here.
Mm-hmm. Did they do lots of activities and stuff like that in the meantime?
They did. And we even had I didn't send you this picture, but they, in the theater during the day, both rainy and non-rainy, they would run movies in there. So one of the days they actually even had Avatar Way of Water, the new second one. So of course I saw that. I was like, oh, I gotta go watch that. Even though I've seen it like 10 times. I'm like, oh, I gotta go watch it again, you know?
So Barbara's commented, she said hello, and she stayed there right after it opened. Oh, very nice.
Oh, hey, Barbara.
Barbara, was that Cap Cana or tides? Because we're going to talk about both of those today. I'm curious. So yeah, the weather's been not great, but it's been not great here in Vancouver either.
And I told you back home, I leave tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, and I get to go back home to possibilities of snow.
Yeah, and you said it's been in Chicago, it's been like really nice for the last week or two.
Yeah, unseasonably warm over there, 50s and 60s Fahrenheit. I don't know what that translates back in Celsius, but yeah, it's been very warm over there, rainy a little bit, but very warm.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, isn't that always the way though? Like it could be nice on vacation the whole time, but when it's go home day, it's gonna rain, right?
Exactly. Rain or snow.
Oh, and Barbara's in, that's right. Barbara's in Chicago as well. And
hey, Barbara.
She's saying tomorrow snow showers.
Yeah, that's when I come home to O'Hare too.
Yeah, great. Lots of fun. So tell us, where are you at right now? You're standing in front of which pool?
The main pool, the way they have it set up here is the main pool actually connects all the way to the front to the infinity pool. So I'm all the way at the back side, as you can see, and it's the most quietest section. But then I could switch this around too if we need to. You know, you got Barracuda over there, you know, the Barefoot Grill, the bar. So I'm all the way back here. The activities are back right here with the volleyball, if you can see that.
Yeah.
So, so right now, today is actually a pretty quiet day. They have a group. I'm going to start walking towards the front. They have a group here from somewhere in the U.S. I'm not sure what, but they're here. And on the first day, they were going crazy. Last night, yesterday, they were on an excursion. And then today, I think they're still settling in. They haven't come out yet.
Well, that's always a nice thing. Honestly, like we used to love it when we'd get to a hotel and there was a big conference going on, because the first day is usually arrival day. So they're usually having a bit of free time. So they're busy by the pools and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
The next day, they're usually on an excursion or they're locked up in conference meetings. So it works out perfect because you might have all the rooms full, but the pools and everything are open because these people have to do their scheduled activities.
Yes, and go to their conferences because they do. There is a couple ballrooms back there, and I do know I see their logo, and I've seen a few people in there. And then, of course, at night I run into them at dinner time.
Right. And then often, again, usually they'll have set dinners like where they're doing a set menu and stuff like that. So it often doesn't even fill up the restaurant. So that's kind of nice. Oh, we got a little bit of.
It is. And I think you've seen some of the pictures of the restaurant, some of the food.
Yes.
I'm walking up towards the front. So it pulls out the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's I think it's probably switching between servers.
Yeah, and I'm coming up to the front here. So here's the very front pool, which is the infinity pool, which then leads up to the beach.
Nice. I love how tropical that whole Cap Cana area is, with the large well-grown palm trees and then the beautiful water. Now, I noticed in the photos that you sent, there doesn't seem to be any seaweed at all. Is that what you're finding?
Yeah, there's no seaweed in the water. There's just a little bit of remnants of seaweed or whatever it was that was on the beach that had washed up the day before from the storm. But outside of that, neither hotel had any seaweed. Secrets Cap Cana or Secrets Tide, neither one had any seaweed.
Oh, okay. Nice. Now, they had a barrier out in the ocean before. Do they still have that to prevent it? Okay.
Yes, it's still there. I can see it from here.
Okay. Yeah. So they put that in a few years ago when I was there. It's Sanctuary, which is just down the beach from you in 2018. There was a break I guess one of the boats had gone right over top of it and ripped it open. And so the seaweed in front of the Sanctuary Hotel was probably 20 feet deep. It was pretty brutal. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. Like I said, it must have been the little bit that had probably come over the top of it when we had those big thunderstorms. But outside of that, the beach is already back to normal and clean.
Oh, good. It looks gorgeous there, that's for sure. Oh, Bojangles is here, says good afternoon.
Hey.
And Barbara's saying, better than Bavaro. Yeah. Now you were over at Secrets Tides last week, and that was up in the northern area, Uvero Alto, beside Breathless and Dreams Onyx. What was the beach there?
The beach was beautiful there. It's funny. People say that the Cap Cana beach is better than the one in Uvero Alto, but they're both beautiful. They're both very big. The difference literally is that the sand there is yellow instead of white, but the sand is extremely fine over there and soft. So I have no complaints about it. And the only other thing that's big over there is if you look out here, I'm not sure how much you can see when I'll switch over to the other camera towards when we get over closer to the beach. The waves are very reduced over here because of the barrier. When you're at Uvero Alto, the waves are there. So if you want, you can take the windsurfing. You can take the paddle boards out and also the body boards and ride them back in. Here, because the waves are completely broken up, there's, you can't, you can do paddle boards, but outside of that, any windsurfing or body surfing you can't do.
Right. And how is the beach there have you been into the ocean?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you got to. You got to get the pictures, too. Come on, you know that.
Yeah, I know you. Now, how are you finding it when you walked in the water here versus where that Secrets Tides? Are you finding it like rocky in the water, or is it pretty smooth?
They're both pretty smooth. And you can actually, the one out in Tides, I got out actually pretty far. I'm not, so it doesn't drop very quickly at all. Out here, I didn't go out too far, truthfully, because the day I was out there, it was raining. And then, of course, with the rain, you got to be careful because the jellyfish like coming out when it rains. So I didn't want to get I didn't want to get stung.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. No,
Because it
I'm
would have been like
curious.
that Friends episode, we had to find someone to take care of the stinging.
Oh, yeah, I know. Not good. Um, Now, I see. It's been many years since I've been to the Breathless Secrets Tides area, but in that area, I recall that the beach was nice, but it wasn't as full of palm trees. Whereas the beach at Cap Cana, especially particularly right in front of Secrets, I find there's palm trees right to the edge of the water. So, from if you're going to do a photo shoot or just drinking in the view, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, yes. Now, what is interesting though, over there in the Secrets Breathless over there, they have planted a lot of them, and they've put a ton of palapas and cabanas. So I had to think of the word,
Oh,
cabanas up. So it was very. You had the umbrella shade, but you also had tons of natural shade from the trees now. So they have planted a lot there.
okay. And there's obviously a charge for the cabanas, I'm guessing?
The cabanas, there's a charge, but the regular chairs, it's interesting. They had, and it's here too at Secrets Cap Cana. I noticed this. There's a couple cabanas back where I was at, or day beds, I should say, not cabanas, day beds. They don't charge for those, but if you go up to the beach here, you go onto the day beds. The cost is between $100 to $300 a day, depending on the day of the week and how it is.
Right.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think that's another thing that you can negotiate a little bit. Like I've gone to resorts before and I've said, look, I don't want to fight for a chair. Different resorts where it's a bit more of an aggressive issue with the chair saving, but I've gone to the pool maitre d' and said, look, can I reserve a cabana for 3 days? And it was a much better price than just doing it every
Oh
day
yeah,
on a daily basis.
100%. 100%. And then usually they throw in a bottle of wine or wine or rosé or anything you want with the cabana rental.
Right, right. So Barbara's got a question for you, Angelo.
Okay.
Saying who manages Cap Cana now? When she was with Apple Vacations, they managed it. One of her favorite. Well, that's Hyatt, right? Inclusive Collection by Hyatt.
Yeah, so it's funny that you bring this up because I didn't know this till literally yesterday. I was talking to my concierge guy. So we were just talking, and I guess so the original owner of AMR still owns the Cap Cana property.
Oh.
So it's managed by Hyatt, but it's actually the owner who sold all the resorts, AMR Group. He still owns this one specifically, he said.
Interesting. Well, I can understand why.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting over back at Secrets Tides, that owner group is a Spanish group, and they own Secrets Tide, Breathless, and Dreams Onyx, and Secrets Maroma.
Oh, interesting.
I'm sorry. I'm not Secrets Maroma. Secrets Royal Beach is what I meant to say.
Royal Beach. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Sorry.
So that whole strip right in that area.
Yeah, he owns all those.
Okay. Interesting. So for those of you watching who don't know, the any of the old AMR properties, Secrets, Breathless, Dreams, Sunscape,
𝖳તુΛ.
𝖳તુЛi𝖾, thank you. Those are all individually owned, but they're managed, they're managed by Inclusive Collection by Hyatt. So that's where you will see you'll see similarities in terms of what they're providing, their Coco Cafe, a Barracuda bar, that kind of thing. But in terms of, if a resort needs to be upgraded or updated or renovated, it's all going to depend on whether the owner is prepared to, wants to, or in a financial position to actually perform those renovations. So
right. Yeah. So Hyatt tries to maintain the standards. If the owner doesn't want to hold the standard, then that's when they get into those issues.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we were talking about Playa del Carmen with the Thompson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you will see different standards in that respect. The standards for service, food quality, that kind of thing, those should be consistent across the brand. But you just might see that, some of the properties you get to and you think, wow, this place is like in need of a renovation, and then that may or may not be consistent with the other properties.
Correct.
So you're there for one more day. What's your big plans for this afternoon and for tomorrow morning?
Today, just the beach and the pool, just getting a little bit more sun. Got to get a little bit more color because I'm still a little white, as you can see. So I got to get a little bit more color. And then tonight, probably the Italian restaurants. That's been my favorite so far.
Yeah. And you were at, do we have, I want to go through a few of the photos with you while you're on with us. Because you did the teppanyaki. Was that here at Cap Cana or at Tides?
Tides. That was Tides.
Yeah. Those are always fun. I mean, I've done it so many times that I actually have zero interest in attending them anymore, but they are a good show. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Tides, if you notice when I sent you the pictures for the teppanyaki, it was literally one big room that they closed off so that the smoke doesn't get into the rest of the restaurants. And then they had the table, one on each side with a grill, which was interesting. Initially, I thought it was only going to be one, but there was actually two. So as you'll notice in the third photo, you'll see another group on the other side that was, getting cooked and eating at the, while we were finishing up.
Let me pull that up. Yeah, that's here. So yeah, you can see right across. Yeah, there's the other people at the other side. That was the exact same setup as Breathless Soul Cancun, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do it in Soul. Go figure. I didn't do it there.
Oh yeah. It's funny. No, your meal looks delicious, but I find that with the teppanyaki, they have the least colorful food out of all. I mean, your martini looks good though.
It was really good. I think I might be still feeling it too. Just so you know, the drinks at both resorts have been very strong, so that's not been an issue. Sometimes you hear about watered down or down. Not at these two, at least.
Yeah. And how's size matters, right? So what's the cup size? Are the cups little sippy cups or are they decent size glasses? Should people be
No, they're full size. They're full size here. They're not playing that game with those little dinky, even at the pool, they're giving us full size cocktail glasses of drinks.
Okay.
They're plastic, of course, but they're full. They're big.
And so a question that I get asked from a few people is, if you ask for a glass of wine or a margarita, are they still serving it just in a glass, or do they have special glasses for wine, special glasses for, a margarita, that kind of thing?
So at the restaurants, even at the pool, but at the restaurants especially, they do have specialty glasses for everything. So they have a proper red wine glass versus a white wine glass. Even the margaritas, the martinis are in proper glasses. At the pool, it's a little bit more mixed because it's all plastic. So if you order, for some reason, if you're ordering like I ordered today, I had a lemonade vodka, right? At the pool, it came out in a big, kind of like one of those you'd see a pina colada in.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So it was huge. I mean, I was expecting more of just like a normal 8-ounce, 10-ounce glass, those ones. No, it came out in the full 16-ounce, whatever the hell that thing was. And of course, I may or may not have finished it before we went live. I'm not sure.
Well, waste not, want not, right?
You don't want to. You can't. You don't want to waste anything. Come on now.
Well, you know what? And going to an all-inclusive resort, especially a Secrets, where you're going to get great quality food, great quality drinks, it's like they supersize everything. And why not? If you could have a 6-ounce glass of lemonade and vodka, or you could have a 16-ounce. And which would you rather? Right?
Yeah, as long as there's plenty of ice in it to keep it cold at the pool, no problems.
Yeah. Now, how's the pool been? Like, it's been hot there the last few days. Is the pool heated at all, or is it quite chilly? What's it like?
It's funny. When I started going into the pool here, we had rain for 3 days in a row. So it's been a little bit chilly, but I don't know if I should say it's cold because it is refreshing. It's the initial shock of going into the water. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of like, oh, you're going in. And then after you get in, you're like, oh, this is nice. But it's not bath water. Let's put it that way. It's definitely not bath water, but it is refreshing. It's definitely not frigid. I'll tell you this is I'll turn around so you guys can see the people that are probably in the pool right now have been there for the last 3-4 hours and haven't moved. So
Okay.
by the bar.
Yeah, and
So
I was going to
they're-
say, I know that you would do the same as me, where you're intentionally trying to not film other guests. So we
Yes.
don't see a lot of people in behind you, but that's what was going to be my next question: is, are there people that are in there? Because it's always cold when you first get in, because when you're in the heat of the sun, your skin gets really hot, and then once you go into the water, it's that initial temperature change that gives you what do they always used to say in Mexico? The chicken skin, like goosebumps.
Yes, the goosebumps and the little bit of hair that I have on my hands and my arms come up,
Exactly.
But I don't know if you can see it. I'm because I don't have the lens zoomed in, but you hopefully can see all the chairs are taken. There's people all right here. There's people all through here. Beach, truthfully, is actually not as truthfully more people are here at the pool than the beach.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you something that I found very interesting, and for the people who want to know about Secrets Tides. So, they have the same thing, where you have the one side is set up and one pool specifically for Preferred Club, and one side of the beach, which is that side over there, is the Preferred Club. What I noticed at Secrets Tide, though, they have the pool in front of one section of the rooms and the swim outs. They have the other regular two pools, and what I noticed is the Preferred Club people and the pool chairs. That is where the game is played, where they're coming out at 6 a.m., putting their shit down, and holding them, and then you don't see them again. You go to the regular pool or any of the other stuff, no problem. But it seems like at Tides, they have a little bit of an issue with the preferred side being the side where they're playing the game of the pool chairs. And truthfully, because I actually met a friend there that was preferred. So one of the pictures I have on the Tide thing is the preferred lounge. I don't know if you noticed it. But what was funny is the chairs are so tight next to each other at the preferred pool than at the regular pool, that we ended up staying at the regular pool after one day of that. We're like, no, we'll stay at the regular pool because it was much more spaced out and more comfortable and not. Yeah. And the alcohol was just as good on that side as the other side over there. They had some extra stuff over there, but overall it just we felt more comfortable on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's what it comes down to, right? So
it's just because of the amount of people that were there. It was just funny. It was like, why is everyone on this one side?
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, just to touch on the whole Hyatt Vivid thing, because we have to talk about that every week.
Yes.
But since they've implemented the change of, as of November 15th, that the upstairs pool is only for Vantage Club guests, but they did grandfather it for guests who booked prior to November 15th. So if you booked before November 15th, they did the right thing. Even if you're coming in January, February, March, you will still be allowed to go up to the rooftop pool. But what was interesting is quite a few people have commented, and they're like, but everything's happening downstairs. So we're spending all our time at the downstairs pools anyways.
And all the activities downstairs and the fun is downstairs with the two giant pools that they have.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think it depends each week as to which guests are there and what their individual preferences are. I've seen from one week to the next where the chair saving game is like non-existent the first week, and then the second week, a whole bunch of new people come in, and it's epic. Like if you're not out before sun is even rising, forget about it.
Yeah, go figure. Here, it's not an issue. Unless you specifically want like the very front section over here, you go back. You can go back. There's still chairs available back there right now, and it's $225 here in Punta Cana.
Yeah.
So it's a non-issue. Even on Saturday, when I was here on Saturday, and it still was easy to get a chair. I got down there at like 11:30, no problems.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
So let's go through. I was going to say, do you want to run through some of these photos and you can tell us what we're looking at? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So
are we starting on the Tide side, or
we're going to start on the Tides? Yeah. And so find yourself some shade so that you're not.
Actually, I'm okay here. It's funny. It's sunny behind me, but I have the tree behind me, so I'm all good.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I've done a few of these, and I'm standing in the sun, and I realized that I'm like getting faint. I'm like, okay,
I got very lucky. I got the light around me, but I'm not actually being killed by it right now.
Okay, good stuff. All right. So first off, I'm going to show, and Angelo, let me know, can you see this stuff? These photos?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, so in the middle there is the sort of bottom right-hand side, you can see the airport, that's Punta Cana. And then up at the very, very top is Secrets Tide. So that's in the Uvero Alto area. And then Secrets Cap Cana, again, right down at the bottom of that picture. And that's the enclosed private area of Cap Cana. So it's actually a gated area. So it's very restricted. So you will feel very, very safe if you've got any concerns. That's a really good place for you to go. And it's also an enclosure where they also have the next door is the 𝖳તુԼyi𝖾 Cap Cana, the Sanctuary Cap Cana, and formerly Margaritaville, which changed yesterday, I believe, to Dreams Punta Cana. So
Yeah. I think they're going to go by Secrets Cap Cana.
yeah.
I think that's what they said. Yeah.
So you've got Secrets, and then at the other end you've got Sanctuary in between. Oh, and then you've got 𝖳તુԼyi𝖾. That is a co-located resort on the Zilara side, which is essentially, so it goes adult only, family friendly is the 𝖳𝗒ΛyiΛ. Adult only is 𝖳તુЛyiL. Then you've got Margarita or the Dreams, which is family friendly, and then you've got Sanctuary, which is adults only. So kind of got a sandwich situation. So you will see kids on the beach, but not too many.
But the spacing between the resorts is so huge. It's a non-issue. I mean, I walked it one of the days, and I may or may not have snuck into 𝖳𝗒ΛyiL, maybe, and took a look at their pool and their setup and all that, and their restaurant and their ice cream shop. And the properties are very well spaced out, so the kids are not gonna bother you.
Yeah. It's, you know what, and look, I almost feel so 𝖳તુΛyiL, they were the only resort that I have ever seen when it was in construction, was under construction. Everybody does a walk on the beach. At some point, if you're there for a week, at some point, you might only do it once, but at some point you are going to walk up and down the beach. They had big fences up because it was a construction area. And it's the only property I have ever seen anywhere that had a big sign up that said new 𝖳તુЛyiL and Zilara Cap Cana opening in 2020 or 2019, I guess it was.
Wow.
And this is smart. You know, half the time you walk by a resort and you're like, well, is this a condo? Is this a resort? Is it adult only? Could I book here? What's the name of it? So that's a smart move.
Yeah.
And I think with, wanting to see the _𝖳tu𝖾yiL, maybe once a week or something, they should have a tour where you could come in and effectively tour the resort. And then you can go, let's stay here next time. Let's give it a try.
Now, do you know about the Sip and Savor program thing that the Secrets and Breathless and Dreams do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because that's been huge for people, kind of like if you want to stay in the same brand family, that they'll let you. So people were going from Secrets Tide and going to dinner at Breathless and getting a tour of it.
Yeah, so if you're staying at a property that's near one of the other ones, because the transportation between the two properties is not included, but it does give you a chance to go. How many hours can you go for? 4 or 5?
Yeah, you can stay there. I mean, people were going there from Secrets Tides to Breathless. They were going there at about 6, 7 o'clock, and they weren't coming back to our hotel till 3 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Then they went to the park. They were going to the party. There's, because Secrets Tides parties ended at 1 a.m. Breathless go to 3.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. So Sip and Savor is part of the Secrets, Breathless, Dreams, all of those properties. So if you're interested, if you're staying at one of them and you've got other properties nearby, there's no cost to do this. You just have to go to the concierge ahead of time because it is occupancy related. If the hotel's full, they're not going to bring in more people to overcrowd. But definitely something to check out. Barbara is saying Tides is up in Uvero Alto, and new build. Yeah, it was a new build, wasn't it?
Yeah, it opened in January of this year.
Yeah, and it's on the north side of Breathless, which was just an empty field before. So
right, and then just so people know, if you do stay there, then the next slot over is an empty field still. And then the next hotel after that is the Finest Hotel.
Oh, right. Yeah. Excellent.
So it was interesting to see that there was another hotel, past an empty field.
Yeah. Well, I've walked.
You're like, what is that?
Yeah, I've walked up as far as the old. Oh gosh, what was it called? the Serena's Cocotel.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and then I've walked, I think from there, I've walked down past the Rio resorts and stuff like that. So, yeah, you know.
Live Aqua is over there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So lots of options. Okay, let's take a look at some of these photos. So the first one I've got is at the Tides. This is one of the rooms.
That's my room, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
It's like my room. You can see my stuff over on the side.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks nice and modern, but it's that classic, you know, 50 Shades of Beige, which is it's the new style, right? So
it is now. If you go back to that picture, what was one thing I'll tell you between, and you'll see it when we go to the Cap Cana side. This room, on the ceiling, there's LED lights. There's a lot of LED lighting plus regular lighting. What was interesting about this, the room has very granular control of all the lights. But if you turn on all the lights, the room is very bright. You can see everything. And then also, which was very cool about this room, is they have 2 Bluetooth speakers, one over where the couch is, where I'm taking the picture, and then one over by the bathroom. You can sync your phone to it, and you can blast music while you're getting ready at night, whatever. Even in the shower, you can hear it. And I thought it was a very cool feature that they've done here.
Yeah, so that's, you know, again, that's the same as Breathless Soul. So it sounds like that's something that they're incorporating into any of their new builds, which is great. I mean, embrace the technology, right? Barbara is asking, what was the room category for that room?
That room was just standard room, tropical view.
Okay, so like
the balcony. Yeah, it was just a regular, nothing exciting. It had a balcony. I was on the 2nd floor of 4 stories, and below me was a swim out room, and then 2 sets of rooms above me. But I never heard anyone.
Oh wow, nice.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely really nice. And this was a view in the evening of the swim out suites.
Yeah, and then there you can see the balconies above the room. So I was on the 2nd floor there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were overlooking the swim up areas.
Huh. Yes,
that's a nice view.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then the pool's behind me over here. The other pictures you'll see.
Okay. So next I've got going to the beach.
Oh,
so
beach.
Obviously,
okay.
A little bit of weather building.
I'm a little out of order.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
No, it's totally fine. That's facing north. This is facing south.
Okay, but even with the storm, I don't see any seaweed over there.
Yeah, there never was. There never was. It was amazing how well they kept it.
But they had that high-tech weather forecasting system. It wasn't necessarily a forecast. It was more of like the weather tracker. I think this is here.
Yes. So if you read it, I had another one which I was face on with it, but there was a chair, so you couldn't see the coconut, so people could never tell what I was talking about. So this is the other picture I took of it. So it's at an angle. But if you read it, you'll see it'll say if the coconut's wet, it's raining. If the coconut is invisible, it's fog. If it's dry, it's a calm day. You'll read it. The very funny thing is the last one. If it says coconut missing, it means it's a hurricane.
Yeah. Those always crack me up.
Yeah.
Now what have I got here? I think this is, and this is showing the rain.
So this is how crazy the rain was coming. Now, this is a picture over by the theater. That's the roof of the theater, and then Coco Cafe is across from it. It just shows you how heavy it is, but this did not affect us at all at Tides because they have it completely covered. And even though it was pouring, we were able to enjoy the whole night. We had the show, we partied, we had the dance thing. So I guess my point is, even though when you have inclement weather, it did not throw anything off of the night activities. That's how, it was just pouring all night and puddles everywhere.
Yeah. So you might have got your feet a little bit wet as you're walking around, but otherwise,
but they're pretty good. Almost the whole thing is under canopies with just a very small section that they're missing. But yeah, no, it was really nice.
Okay. So now I've got the pools are up next.
Yes. So this is the other side. So I was facing the room and I just turned, and that's the one pool that's facing towards it's going to the right, is going to the front of the property, and then the other one should be going south or going towards the ocean, and you'll see the Barracuda.
Yeah. And then this is another view.
There's a.
Oh, right.
Yeah, literally, Yeah, the swim up bar. This is at the third pool because this is the pool that's closest to our buildings.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I've got food. I've got lasagna, I
Yes.
think. Was that a
Yes.
regular
That was,
lasagna or seafood?
no, that was regular lasagna at Portofino.
How was it?
It was amazing. And I'll tell you something at Tides, so if you're familiar with Secrets properties, the fancy restaurant is always Bordeaux, the French restaurant, right?
Yeah.
At Tides, there is no Bordeaux French restaurant. Portofino is the fancy restaurant.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and they have sort of two styles that they go with. You either have a Bordeaux or you have the Portofino. So I know it, like Dreams Aventuras, Portofino is the fancy restaurant because it's the Italian.
Okay. Yeah, and I'd never been there. So I was shocked because I'm so used to all the Secrets and breakfasts that always the French restaurant's the fancy one, not the Italian. So it threw me off for a second. But yeah, no, it was amazing, the food.
Oh, Bojangles is saying that rain pic looks like there's snow 3 days ago.
It does.
Oh dear. Okay, now we've got more food. So what was this all about? Because there was this picture and this one.
This is the lunch buffet at Tides. So at the buffet, you can ask them. They have that set up, and they will grill you those pieces of meat to eat at the buffet.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. So if you can see, they're very big, thick pieces. Is what I was.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, those are, and then especially
the
fish.
Yeah, look at that. And then on the right is the calamari, squid.
I like how they set up the prawns so they're shaped in a heart.
Yeah.
On display.
Yeah, I did too. Right? Yeah.
And then I've got some pictures of the shows. So it
yes,
looks like these were pretty big. Yeah,
this was the Legend show. They were going through 80s and 90s big bands. So they did Bon Jovi, Journey, who else did they have? All the big bands, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. And they did this show, brought the house down there. I actually had a video of it too. I was going to send it to you. I didn't send it to you because it was a 25-second clip, but I think you were going to get hit with a copyright on the music.
Oh, yeah, true.
So I didn't want you to get hit with it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for thinking of me. And then what was this one? Oh, this was, what's going on with that big stuffed animal person?
Oh, that was one of the parties after the show. This was just a dance party we had, and they had Stitch, and they had two performers on stilts, if you look. Everyone was partaking, and there's of course people that were sitting, but people were they were just having a blast. And this is like a Tuesday night.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember. And then this is our silent party, which was on a Monday night. Everyone had headphones, and they had 3 DJs up there. And then the silent party, you could listen to either the red, which was like modern music, green, which was Latin music, and then blue, which was more like 80s and 90s music. And you would pick what you want. And then the DJs were competing against each other to try to get the most people in their color listening. So you would see them switch, and they were competing. And then they knocked out one of the DJs, and then knocked out it's kind of like how they finish it off, the set after an hour. They knock off one that's not as popular, then they knock off the last to have a winner. So
who won that night?
That was the red, which was the very modern R&B stuff.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That
the Latin music was the first to get knocked out. So the 80s, 90s held out for a while, and then it got knocked out.
Oh, shit. And then what's this that we're looking at?
This is the Desires Bar. So this is after the theater, and then that party closes. We have the Desire Bar, which has pool tables, and then there's 2 pictures. The other one of them will show you the DJ booth. So they have music played in there. They have drinks, some light food, and they have pool tables. So so I took it from both sides. But that's where everyone goes afterwards, and then that stays open till 1 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I was able to upload everything in time before the show.
No worries. No worries.
So now I've got.
Wait, you missed the most important one though. What happened to the one with Stitch and the other?
I wasn't sure what was going on there, and I was like, this does not look like this looks offside.
It was just a little bit. Stitch had a little bit too much fun.
Yeah, it
And
was. Yeah,
it was
yeah,
two girls that were having, and they came up to Stitch, and poor Stitch didn't know what happened to him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It looked not quite PG.
No, it was PG-13.
Yeah, 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 at least, yeah. All right, so Secrets Cap Cana. So this is,
Yes,
I
that's the
love
big
this
sign.
photo.
That's right
Oh,
behind me
right,
too.
right.
Yeah, I
Oh, is
was
it
gonna
right behind?
say it's
Oh,
right there.
yeah,
She's right
perfect.
there.
Yeah. And are you going to take us to the beach after?
Yeah, I'll take you guys to
Okay,
the beach, and if you guys want, I can take you to yeah, I can take you to the beach, no problem. I can take you guys to the buffet if you want. You tell me what you guys want.
okay, okay. So to you guys who are watching, what do you want to see? But I'm
Yeah.
going to keep going through these photos in the meantime. So this is the lobby, right?
So this is a view from my room. I'm in building 5,
Uh-huh.
pool view. But if you look to the right of my balcony, which is what I'm doing, that's the new lobby. And I have a few pictures of the lobby because I know that was I'd forgotten about that. You know, it's funny. I remember talking to someone about it, that it was a big deal that they had closed the lobby. But by the time I got here, it's open. It's beautiful. But I guess it was a lot of drama down here when they closed it for a month and a half to redo it. But I guess it really needed it because it was leaking. It was a disaster, I guess. But,
Wow.
of course, people don't want to close down their vacation,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now that it's open, it's perfect.
yeah. It looks nice, and especially at night. This looks amazing.
Yes. Yeah, that's me standing on the first floor just looking up. And that's the picture from the first floor looking up to the back, because the
Nice,
lobby is actually on the second floor.
cool. And then what's this? The just
This
interior
is the
area?
no, this is the lobby interior, just looking from the front of it, looking back all the way to where the cars drop you off, is
Oh
all the
yeah,
way at the back of it.
gotcha, gotcha. And then and Bojangles is saying that they want to see the beach.
You
Um,
got it, no problem. I
yeah,
won't be able to go all the way towards the water because it will drop it. I can get about probably 20 feet into it, but I can't get all the way into the water. I tested it. It kind of drops once I get too far.
yeah, yeah. We'll try to stick near it. If there's a bar out there, they'll probably have a modem. So,
Yeah,
okay. So
no
now we've got
problem.
some pictures of the room. So, what
Yes, this
category
is
were
my,
you in for this one?
so this is so not preferred, regular, but pool view. And I'm on
Okay,
the third floor on this one.
it's spacious rooms. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
thing with Punta Cana, right?
and I'm in the corner also. So if you notice over the couch, there
Yeah.
is two shades, or two, whatever you want to call those, shutters. If I open them, I actually have an extra window that looks out and gets even more natural light in the room.
Nice. And what's this? Oh, this is showing the swim ups, I guess.
Yeah, the swim ups, and actually that's my building. So if you look,
Oh yeah.
if you count from the corner, first, second, I'm on the third floor of that one.
Oh, nice. What a great balcony.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, I would
Also,
actually
there's a couch
request
out
that
there.
room. Sorry,
Yeah,
say that?
and I was shocked. Yeah, I got it. They upgraded me on their own. I was supposed to be just a tropical view, but with the with the UVC thing, they upgraded me to the pool view.
Nice. Well, if we're going to keep doing stuff like this and you're going to keep helping out show the resorts, then maybe they'll keep doing it. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, yeah, no problem. I got already a couple more trips coming up, so I'll do it for you guys.
Sounds good. Yeah, and oh yeah, Barbara's saying that's one of her favorite beaches. Yeah, it's so gorgeous
Yeah,
there, right?
it's beautiful
Um,
here. It's beautiful.
what have we got here? Oh, this is another view of the building.
Yeah, but this is from the beach, if I'm
Yeah.
correct. It's the beach looking back at the buildings. Yes.
And then, oh, the pool area, but again, a little bit overcast.
Yeah, this is earlier in the week.
And then this is the beach.
Yep, this is me looking east, I think. No, west. I had to think.
Should be west? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't
Right.
it?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you're on the bottom. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and okay. So you can see that breaker there just before
Yes.
that boat.
Yeah, that's the breaker
Right
that.
here.
Yeah, that's the breaker where they stop the seaweed, and then of course they don't want you going too close to that when you're swimming out there. But you can swim out pretty far, as you can see people are way out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's just gorgeous.
It is.
But very, very calm. Do you see people snorkeling there?
I haven't. The last couple of days I was here, I haven't been out to the beach when it was nice and calm. Now, when it was rainy and overcast like this these days, There was no one out there snorkeling. They were just swimming.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Just another
Oh,
beach.
yeah. People actually were taking out the wind sailboat things, as you can see.
Nice.
And then there was more on the other side. That actually, the yellow one was coming off of Hyatt Ziva.
Yeah.
Got some more pictures of that. I was just shooting up and down.
Yeah.
And you can
That's
see the
cool.
rain clouds there. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, even with that, I mean, obviously the barrier does do a good job of protecting the beach, but there's literally no seaweed there. So
None. Yeah, neither resort had any seaweed issues at all.
Yeah. So, in future, if you're planning a trip to Punta Cana and you're worried about the seaweed, this is probably one that's almost guaranteed that you are not going to have an issue. So,
yes.
we just showed that one, and
there's the front. That's the edge of the infinity pool I was trying to show you.
Nice. Yeah. That's just looking out to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and then I threw this one in. This was a picture that I took when I was there in 2018.
Nice.
Gently photoshopped.
Well, I don't know if I sent you the pictures from today. The water is so blue. Did I send you the picture with my feet and all that in there? Yeah. So it's just popping today, and that was not photoshopped.
Yeah. No, it's amazing how much.
See it, how blue.
Yeah. Look at it. It's gorgeous. It's amazing how much the sun plays into that. So if you're going to take photos, and if it's been rainy for a couple of days, when it's sunny, grab your camera and run, because that's the time. Oh, this was kind of cool.
This is as you're coming back towards the property. They have these surfboards up, and then you see the shark bite in it.
Oh yeah. Now you walk down the beach, right?
Yes, I went all the way down to Margaritaville.
And do they still have that like Bob's Cafe or whatever? It was a bar.
Yeah,
on the beach. That's still there.
Yes. What is it called? It starts with a J. Yes, the grill. Okay. Yes, the grill is still there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you get bored on property, and people always say, Christine, you're at an all-inclusive. Why are you going somewhere else to pay for drinks? Well, it's just a change of scenery, right? And then you're getting out in an area where it's not all-inclusive, so you get to talk to the locals and stuff like that. It's a little bit more interactive, I find.
Yeah, and it's definitely the locals are there. They're there. They're playing volleyball. They're playing a little bit of soccer. They're eating and drinking, and then they come in through. They come in through the federal access, or whatever you want to call it, to the beach.
Yeah, nice. And then, what was going on here?
This is the romantic dinner setup if you want it on the beach.
Oh, okay.
So they had it set up to show it. Now, what's interesting at Cap Cana, they have three different setups. I should have sent you the other two. I forgot. When we walk back the other way, I'll take a picture, or we can walk and I'll show you. This is the one on the beach. They have one that's set up on the ground, kind of like a tent, and you can eat on the ground. It's, there's a table, of course, and all that, but it's on the ground with a tent cover. And then there's a third one that's hooked up to a tree with benches that are swinging off the tree, and you can eat a romantic dinner on the under the tree. Nice.
That sounds nice. Okay, and then what was going on here?
So they do this every day, which I caught. Of course, I caught it as soon as I could. I had to run back and get my phone. They have a person comes into the pool with this whole setup, as you can see, and they will make drinks in the pool for you while you're swimming around. And they have everything, as you can see, from all the fruit, the mixers, everything is there.
So that is truly that is swim up bar defined, right?
Yeah, they took it to the next level. They swim up to you. You don't have to swim to the bar; they swim to you.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you've got to explore, right, Barbara? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what have we got here? Oh, food. Okay, so we're on to
this
food.
This is food.
Now.
This is the Asian restaurant, the Himitsu here they call it.
What did you have there?
This is the steak and fried rice.
Okay, how was that?
It was excellent. When it came out, I was surprised. I was expecting chunks of steak inside the fried rice, and there's like a literally, as you can see, a honking piece of steak on it.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like
It
3
is.
times as much as I would eat, maybe 4.
Yeah, I only ate half of it, and it was they ask you how you want to cook, and you always have to be. It's always a little hit and miss when you're talking at all inclusives. Do you want it medium, medium well, medium
Yeah.
rare? So far here and both tides, they've been getting the temperature of the food right.
Oh, good, good. And then dessert.
That was dessert.
And then
This was one of the appetizers. This is the bruschetta at the Italian.
oh, nice.
This was the cake I had at the Italian also.
Okay. Oh,
The kitty cat. The cat. So I had dinner at the Oceana restaurant one of the nights, and while we're eating, this cat just comes right on up and begs for food. So of course
Wow.
everyone's feeding it. So she would just come right up there and look at you with the big eyes, and people were feeding her. She made a killing that night. Let's put it that way. She
yeah,
got
no
fed well.
kidding. Oh, that looks good too.
That was the Andes mint cake at the Oceana restaurant.
Okay.
That was amazing. This is at the steakhouse. That was a picanha steak, and they had picanha steaks. You can see the fat cap at the top, and then they give you a mix of vegetables. That was the dessert there. That was an almond cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, almond piece, things, and then the poofs that they put, in between it.
Oh, and what's this? Oh, is that 2 drinks that you saw there? That she saw?
Maybe. Don't judge.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
We're on vacation, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's all the photos that I was able to throw in today.
No
so
problem.
Can you walk us down towards the beach area? Because we're getting pretty close to the end here.
Yeah.
And so any other inside scoops that you found out since you've been there?
I may or may not know more about the Hyatt Vivid Punta Cana if you'd like to know.
Sure. Tell us.
Yes. So we were talking about it offline, you and I, for a moment, about the Dreams Punta Cana. And let me stop just in case it decides to get a little goofy for a second, the Wi-Fi. The Dreams Punta Cana is currently the Jewel Punta Cana. Yeah. It is the owner, I guess they just reopened under the new name and they didn't do anything to the resort. The owner, okay, this is very hush-hush still a little bit though. So you guys have exclusive access?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if this should be shared then.
Oh, then you tell me which way you want to do it.
Well, yeah, if it's not.
It hasn't officially been announced yet.
Yeah, and because it is a publicly traded company, then somebody could get into very big trouble. So maybe we'll have to keep that under wraps for a little bit.
In the new year will become, and I can give you I'll tell you, but then you could hold it till the new year when they're getting ready to PR it.
Oh yeah, now great. Now you want me to keep the secret? Great, awesome.
You'll keep it too. I'll give it to you. So if I'm going down, you're going down.
Fair enough.
But I'll just say this: there's good news coming. I'll say that.
Okay, good. Okay, all right. Well, let's carry on to the beach then.
You got it. So they're setting up for something. I can see over here by the big sign.
And do they have drink service out on the beach?
They do. On both sides, the regular and the preferred.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so if you can, yeah, people will wave.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. It must be a wedding. They must be setting up for. I don't know if you can see the. Can you see that over there?
Yeah.
I'll walk this way around.
Yeah,
I'm still showing 2. There you go.
Oh, right. So they'll be sweeping up the sand and making it nice and smooth. Wow, it's a big party. Holy
It is. You see this? Yeah. So they're doing a whole thing. They're putting even a lighting rig up right now, right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow. That's going to be
they're putting up that. They're even putting up where they're going to do the food down there. They have another lighting rig. They have a little fake house right there set up. Yeah, so this is going to be, this also could be, maybe it's not the wedding, this could be an event, the event from the corporate group that's down here.
Oh, it could well be. Yeah. Is it, it's not a bunch of travel agents, is it? Oh, he seems frozen. Well, he's still connected. Oh, there we are.
Okay. Oh, we
yeah.
switched over to LTE. So if my cellular will hold it, is it clear enough?
It's pixelated. Oh no, wait, we're back. We're back. No, we're back. No, we're paused again.
Back to a Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's going to be hit and miss on here, I'm thinking.
Yeah, when you get this far out, it's still.
Yeah.
Can you see me or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's the Wi-Fi came back, so let me see how much farther it will take.
We'll put it to the test.
We're testing it because I'm actually shocked it's at this.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it just looks so gorgeous. Is there anybody who's watching that doesn't want to be there right now, that wouldn't rather trade spots?
There's a big boat out there right now.
Oh,
going by.
Hard to see.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty fuzzy pictures on this.
All right, I'll walk back.
Yeah.
I'll have to take more pictures for you guys. There's a hammock that's right in the ocean. That's set up right in the front.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a few pictures of it. I'll send them to you. I don't know if I sent them in the first batch I sent to you, but I can put it in the other one so you can have it for your stuff.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. It's nice. Yeah. So I am curious for those of you who are watching. Did you like the fact that we ran through still photos with the explanations? I mean, it's not necessarily as nice as, having the live tour, but then we don't run into the pixelation and the locking up and stuff like that. So would you like to see more like that in future? Let me know what you think. Oh, Angela's heading to the DR in 23 days, but who's counting?
And where are you staying?
Where are you staying, Angela? Let us know. I think you've said before, and I'm sorry, I don't remember. Oh,
interesting.
Oh, Barbara likes both formats. Okay. Good to know.
And we never did, and I'll throw it back out there if you want it. We never did the Rio back in the day. In October, remember?
Yeah. In the Rio in Las Vegas. Yeah, that's true.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if you guys want that, I will be back out there in January.
Oh, jeez. When are you going?
I'm going for CES, so January 7th to the 12th.
Oh, okay. So Angela says she's staying at the Melia.
Oh, okay.
Bojangle says, yeah, she likes the stills. Angela says, oh, adults only level. Nice.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Very nice.
And then you can see behind her, there's tons of people. I just happen to be facing the way where there's no people really other than a couple of people there. But, this resort's at 100% or 95% or whatever.
That's great.
And then Secrets Skies was running at 100% also.
Oh, wow. That's great that you're so busy. That's good.
The other big thing I can tell you guys, if anyone wants to do the Breathless in Vero Alto next to the tides, they're starting to remodel. So if you do book there, make sure you ask for a renovated room.
Good to know.
Because the original rooms are about 8-9 years old, and they are definitely showing their age.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Definitely showing the age, but I did go over there to take pictures that was about. But I did.
Okay, well, that's sorry. That sounded like somebody was doing reverb and trying to make a funny video. think that the internet's a bit. I think it's struggling between, is it going on data or is it coming back onto resort Wi-Fi? So I don't know. But we should let you get back to your vacation. It's your last few waning hours. But thank you so much for sharing all your photos and for taking us both on a tour of this place and of Secrets Tides. It's been really great to share part of your vacation with us. So thank you.
Always. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Ask Christine other questions, and if there's things, she'll relay to me, and I'll answer them.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, enjoy the rest of your day there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, not too much snow tomorrow. Maybe none at all. Maybe sunshine. Bring with you.
Definitely. And the next week, I'll see you from the chat from Chicago.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks again for joining, and take care, everybody. Bye for now. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.